So the Lakers ultimately got swept by OKC. And I said in one of my first videos on this channel that if Austin Reaves, who I made a video about and said I do not trust, I said if he plays better or proves me wrong, I'll come on camera and apologize. Now I'm not going to completely just do that and walk off my point because I still have certain feelings about Austin Reaves and really the construction of this roster and that backcourt of the future going forward. But I can say Austin Reaves offensively played a lot better than I even expected on that defense, and that was a promising sign. But this team still has massive problems, especially with how the West looks now. Bron is obviously not going to be there much longer. DeAndre Ayton is clearly not the answer as a real long-term big man. Marcus Smart has been a fantastic kind of steal for him this year, but at what price tag does he really stay? And kind of going back to the Austin Reaves thing, a backcourt of Luka and Austin Reaves is a mess defensively, especially if you don't patch those holes that they clearly have. I know game 3 he had some turnovers, but I thought his playmaking overall was pretty fantastic. I think he went like 5 for 13 in game 3. But in game 2 was getting to his spots. They set more screens for him. He was able to get downhill and he finished very well at the rim. But Austin Reaves' problem, and the problem with that backcourt going forward, like I said, is how bad they are collectively defensively. Dog, AJ Mitchell, I do not understand how OKC keeps doing this. Basically, the game plan for the Lakers all series was taking the ball out of Shea's hands and making someone else beat them, especially without their secondary quote-unquote best player, Jalen Williams, I thought. And then AJ Mitchell comes out of nowhere and averages 22 points. He was pretty terrible shooting from deep, only shooting 25%. But anytime they won it, basically him and Shea, and this is the problem that I have with this Lakers team, and specifically that backcourt going forward. Anytime they won it, they put Austin Reaves in actions, got downhill, and essentially just feasted. Shea did this. AJ Mitchell did this. And if that backcourt, and I'm talking about Luka and Austin Reaves, if they don't have that Anthony Davis level of protection at the rim, they simply can't really be a championship contender. We seen in the 2024 finals when they had Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic, and they had that protection at the rim to me with Derek Lively. It still got exploited. So if we can see AJ Mitchell and Shea really attack Austin Reaves all series, and Rob Pelinka doesn't really add that protection around them with the athletic wings and a real rim protector, it's going to be problematic. In this series, Bron averaged 23, Austin Reaves averaged 20. Rui had one of the hottest stretches shooting from deep and really all around that I've ever seen. Marcus Smart, offensively and shooting wise, was just absolutely trash. DeAndre Ayton, effort wise and really reliability wise, you just can't rely on him. I literally just talked about how well he played and how I felt like he did his job against Houston. And then this dude sees some real bigs. As a former #1 pick, I'm still not going to forget that, and he just shrunk. I understand how great Chet Holmgren is and how great that big tandem is, but as a 7-footer, 7 points and 8 boards, no blocks, 45% from the field when all you literally do is catch lobs and shoot at the rim, that's actually terrible. And the main reason this team just lost, and we all knew they were going to lose, so it's no surprise, they have absolutely no bench at all. And the fact that Shea was really able to not be himself all series and not play for large stretches and samples of the series, and they still got killed in the non-Shea minutes, it's a testament to how talent deficient this team really is. Not so much at the top, because they're very top heavy and some of their bigger names played relatively well. But the main reason they lost is because in this specific series, their bench averaged 22 points a game and OKC's damn near averaged 40. Also, they cannot get any stops. Defensively, they're terrible. Kinda going back to the Austin Reaves, Luka Doncic backcourt, especially if you don't have that rim protector as a big. It wasn't like LA offensively played bad. They shot 47% from the field and 38% from deep. But in the same breath, they allowed OKC to shoot 53% from the field and damn near 41% from deep. You're not going to win many games like that. Damn near half of OKC's team shot 50% from the field. Chet Holmgren, who just doesn't miss around the rim. That motherfucker do not miss around the rim. He's automatic around the rim. Shot 61% from the field with absolutely no resistance or really anybody bothering him. Isaiah Hartenstein, 80% from the field. Jared McCain is actually unconscious and he might have the greenest light in the league. When he gets the ball, he doesn't think, he's not indecisive, he's not looking around, he's looking to cash and he's damn near already in motion. 63% from deep and 58% from the floor. Isaiah Joe didn't really play that much and he shot 56-41 splits. Cason Wallace shot 52% from the field and 62% from deep. These dudes only had really four players shoot under 50% from the field. And with OKC, and we know how they get to the line, we know how they draw fouls, we know how Shea foul baits, we know how defensively the refs, they're a little looser with them. But besides all of that, to have the guard depth they have and the positionless players they have and the plug and play players they have and the ability to put multiple different players in and really damn near go 10-11 deep and have absolutely no drop off. And I mean on both sides, because defensively they all fight over screens extremely hard. They all shoot the ball pretty well. They're all extremely attentive defensively. They all seem to play their roles to a T. They have two bigs who seem to have the best big man connection in the league. And then they have Shai, who's about to be back-to-back MVP in what feels like a hybrid of Shai with AJ Mitchell, who in this series averaged 6 assists, only second to Shai. And again, absolutely had his way with Austin Reaves and really anybody that was put in front of him. When you have all of that working for you and Shai doesn't even have to be regular season Shai, that's a hard-ass team to beat. I don't know exactly what's next for the Lakers. If I'm being honest, I'm kind of tired of this Bron, Austin Reaves, Luka thing, with Bron obviously nearing the end. But they have some real decisions to make, because Austin Reaves did play well offensively. Luka will be back, and we know how much of a machine he is offensively. But this team desperately needs to be able to get stops, and most importantly, needs to be able to contend with the Western Conference contenders' depth, because OKC just got the 12th pick. San Antonio can really go 8-9 deep. Minnesota, they're a very, very deep team. And really where the Lakers lack and where they've been lacking is their depth and their defense. I've now seen the Lakers get swept 2 times in the last 3 years, and both times it didn't really feel like they should have gotten swept. The series were both kind of closer than the scores would indicate, but that's just kind of how it goes for them.